So now Gray, who was in Juvia's body, now have the advantage against Sai, one of the members of the Gold Owls, as he using a new magic called Water Make Magic and using it as a new attack, which he first used Water Make Lance, then he actually used Hammer on Sai, which of course it doesn't work because it actually makes sense when it was actually frozen solid with ice. So he actually had to think like Julia on how she would use magic. But the only thing that she think of her is that the past, all she ever thinks about is chasing Julia and taking Lucy as her rival, which it doesn't help at all, which she remembers she using water slicer, which she decided to use that as well when he used against Sai, which he has to break the bond, which he first used Battle Axe, then he used Geyser on him, in which he realized that he is strong as well. So he using a forbidden technique called weak bond, which he actually thinks of the person he thinks is the weakest in the world, in which he actually think he himself is weak, which he turned back to normal, in which that actually failed and gave Gray the advantage he needs, in which he actually think that his friends were there when he was weak. But now he actually has a guild that he calls himself Friend, in which he became strong, and now his magic has gone back to normal, which he's using a new technique called Ice Make Cold Slicer on Sai, defeating him in the process. That in which he destroyed the core as well, knowing how he say God brother, in which Julia is gone back to her old self, which kinda tried to tell her what happened, but Elfman tells her to drop it because she'll pass out again. However, we go back to the battle where Susaku was defeated by the Earth Dragon God, but Natsu is going to battle him, which he say that humans who desecrated the Earth are the have the brain capacity of a pea in any era, in which he thinks that all humans are morons, but Natsu decided to make him pay for what he said when he used his magic against him. But he realized that he can be hurt when they all realize that all the cores have been destroyed, which only 42 are left, in which Gagio found one, but he actually smelled a dragon nearby, in which he realized that he, since God Serena is actually back, which he's now part of the Gold Owls as well. So we actually saw Ray got his old body back because of Sai using a forbidden technique that gave him an advantage, which he defeated Sai and now used his new ability, knowing his new ability to defeat him and destroy the core, which caused the Earth Dragon God to have damage. But at the end of the chapter, we saw Gajio notice that God Serena is actually back because he's now part of the Gold Owls, which he is actually far different from the one that they were actually defeat him in the main manga series, but now he's back in the sequel. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen on the next chapter the week after next week. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the manga chapter. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and my Facebook page and Twitch. Until then, this is Anime Guy Drum here saying sign out. Laters and be safe.